Afternoon, everyone. I very rarely say afternoon, usually evening, isn't it? But yeah, got me filling in today. Apologies for the lateness, but can't be out yet. Albo down 18th at the moment. Only 30 seconds left in Q1, so not quite sure what's happened to Albo. Essentially, he's on the mediums as well, so he's confident he can get through. I'm sure he will do, looking at the time so far as well. Albo, of course, one of the top drivers in terms of pace. Not quite for cleanliness so far this season, is he? Always watching a bit of League One just on the stream, but never actually been in the session watching it before, so this will be interesting. Groove Ninja saying hello, so Rams, all Groove Ninja doing really well. Need to with Itachi at the top, all red at the top with a 3, isn't it? Top 3 at the moment, but yeah, Vapor Shadow, Taylor McKenzie and Petrol Formula all out. Not sure what's gone on for them. Albo's going to put himself safely through, so Vintage is out as well, and Aston Martin. There's only Shadow Dancer that can get through now. I think he is on a lap as well. Ryan Van Doom is about to improve his lap, I think, as well, so Page could be in a bit of trouble there down in P14. Van Doom's backed off for some reason. I'm not quite sure why he's backed off. He's not low on fuel, he's up on his time as well. It's a strange one. Shadow Lancer is on a lap low, slightly down. I presume he makes a mistake in sector 3 on his lap before, or backed off for whatever reason. Afternoon of Page, afternoon Senna. Best comms ever, saying J Story. Yeah. Was that when I had no mic on for about 3 minutes? Yeah, I do apologise, I might have to keep popping off. I'm not supposed to be doing this afternoon, obviously, but I'll try and make sure commentating as much as possible. Shadow Lancer. Yeah, obviously, big pace difference to last night in the Champions League, so it's something different to get used to for me. So it's 2.9 seconds up on his time. 1:16.9 though, I'm not quite sure if that's going to be enough for Shadow Lancer to get through. The other 3 red cars, Ferrari powered cars, doing really well, aren't they? Towards the top. Afternoon Dylan as well. TV decided to change its input when Perpetual Former. I picked Perpetual Former as well for Fantasy, so I'm gutted about it too. Can Shadow Lancer get through? No, he can't. And in the end, it was only by 2.5 attempts that he's been knocked out. So Ryan Van Doom's lucky in the end, even though he backed off his lap. He does manage to get through. So Vintage is out, Shadow Lancer's out, Vapor Shadow, Taylor, and Perpetual Former didn't manage to set a time. Got to apologise as well, I've only just realised that I'm on game chat, so I'll quickly get myself started up in the party by myself, and that'll be the excuse as to why Vintage and that have been knocked out, I bet. There we go, that's all better now. Yeah, Perpetual Formula, I know what you mean. On Thursday my controller disconnected coming out of the pits and I just went slamming the wall, lost my wheel. Yeah, it's funny issues we have on this game, but yeah, Groove Ninja, Itachi, Racer, not surprised at that top 4. See, last week in League One. Let me have a look through the results. Last week it was Paul that won, wasn't it, on his debut in Britain? He was on the soft tyres for so long. He's through here, comfortably through, but in terms of time, but he's down 11th at the moment. Kieran made it a Red Bull 1-2 last week. We had a Haas 1-2 last night, didn't we? Beppet, Yano and Andinge. Hitachi and Groove Ninja were towards the top last week as well. They weren't too happy, I don't think, after that safety car. The safety cars didn't really help them in that race at all, did it? In terms of the standings this season, so Groove Ninja it leads by 1 point to Hitachi. So again, those two we just mentioned towards the top, really close between them. Jay Story's 36 points further back. I've not seen or spoke to Jay Story much this season, but obviously he's been in the top tier the last couple of years, and obviously been towards the back of the field. He's been absolutely brilliant doing it though. He's been patient, and now he's obviously racing on a Sunday. It's lovely to see him right up there. Albo's 9 points off in fourth, and I think he's got a lot of pace, just struggles with the consistency. AlphaTauri drivers, British Giant and Bob in 5th and 6th. Perpetual Formula 7th, J Mart's 8th. I think he's won the race, hasn't he, J Mart? I think I remember watching his stream. Don't remember where it was. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and hopefully we'll see majority of the race in this session. Won't be a minute. Albo just goes up to P1, first out set 140.1. I think that's a Bit of a banker from Albo. I'm not too sure. I'm not quite used to the pace of this league, to be honest. Usually commentating, obviously, on the quicker leagues, but yeah, again, apologies for dreadful commentary. I will be off and on. Shouldn't be obviously commentating this afternoon, so I'll do as much as I can and make sure we try and get the race start at least. Oh, Van Doom's getting really close to the inside wall. There we saw some big crashes at the castle last night. Swan Shanks going up to P3 on the medium tyres. Multi-Rab up to P2 in the Aston Martin. It's the only one left as Vintage got knocked out. Jay Story, not sure if there's a bank or not. He's got lots of his deployment still saved up. See Rams will up to P3. That's 1-2 again today, same page. Well, didn't expect it last night, did we? So why not tonight as well? Jay Story went, yeah, it's just a banker lap from him. Up to P5. Presume it's going to be a dry race then, seeing as they're all going for the mediums and doing banker laps. If they're on the softs, Page again is just a banker lap from her as well. Full deployment, that's why you can tell. Proof Ninja, this is not a banker lap though. He's back across the line. The mediums goes up to P1. First one, the 139s this session. I reckon that'll be enough to get him through. Paul's on the mediums, but it's invalidated unfortunately, and Van Doom's crashed. Van Doom's crashed is a strange place to crash. What's he done there? He's just lost it on the track and all his wheels fine about. Yeah, it's a big crash there for Van Doom, unfortunately. He managed to set a time as well. So he might have just been pushing it again on those medium tyres, going for back-to-back laps, but it's a big shame for him. About to see, I think Avocado on his outlap past his teammate, he is. Itachi's invalidated his time on the mediums as well, but it's quite early on the lap, so he's able to cool those tyres down and go again. We're about to see Page complete her banker lap, up to P8. And the Aston Martin's multi-lap on for another lap. He's 2.5 temps up, he has. Second one, 40.6, gets ahead of Bob. That could be important. Swan Shanks coming into the pits, got Haas driver Rams all further back. And yeah, he's backed off as well, so I think he'll be coming to the pits. Already done one lap on the mediums. Yeah, McLaren's not set a time yet. Itachi, well, he needs to warm those tyres up if he's going for another lap. He's got enough fuel to, so I think he will do. So it's difficult to warm those tyres up in sector 3 because it's just a straight, really, isn't it? Even though it does catch a few people out. It caught me out on Thursday. I crashed down it. We won't mention that again. I lost it, yeah. So easy to lose the rear. Oh, no one did. No one has so far from what we've seen anyway. Might have done anything in the session. I'm not quite sure what happened to the Taylor. You know, Perpetual Foreman was having issues with his TV. I think that's what caused this crash, but Itachi's now going on his lap then. Watch his lap on the medium tyres. Really wide line. Turns in, clips that curb. Could have gone a little bit wide there by Peso's joint back, so hopefully no one's having connection issues. Turns in. Turn 2 then. Opens up nicely. DRS zone. DRS upgrade. Itachi for the win, Dylan Sam. Yeah, he's definitely poised me on the contenders, isn't he? The pace he's got's incredible. Turns in a tad late, but it's not a problem. Wouldn't have lost too much time there. Yeah, really nice so far. Sector 1 from Itachi. Sector 1, all the corners pretty similar. Goes around one big rectangle, doesn't it? This is where it starts to get a little bit awkward. Yeah, he's taking that nicely though. Completely avoids that curb and avoids going too wide. Could invalidate here. This is a popular invalidation place, but the track limits are quite nice on this track. Into Castle then. The dreaded Castle. We saw Black Box, our Champions League leader, crash out in qualifying, didn't we? At this stage as well yesterday. Turned in a bit too early, clipped the left side wall and then went flying into the castle. Chachi's that's been really good though, especially being on the mediums, completely avoids that curb. Turn 15, a lot of drivers go over it, but he's completely avoided it. Yeah, I don't blame him. Turns back onto the straight then. The sector 3 should be relatively straightforward from here, but take your eye off the ball. It's not as straightforward as it looks. Yep, he's got through the last little turns. DRS will be open in a minute. He's low on fuel, but should get to the line. DRS is open there for Itachi. You expect this time to get him through. I think it'd be close to Groove Ninja. Will it be ahead of Groove Ninja? No, it won't. Just behind Groove Ninja. But they're the top two again. 139.9. 1 point separates them in the race for the League 1 title at the moment. And yeah, they're both looking good on the mediums then. So I think Albo on those soft tyres, it was a genuine that, wasn't it? But yeah, that's on the softs. Albo, and he's 2 temps off Groove Ninja and Itachi, who've done their laps on the mediums. Most drivers in the pits at the moment. But Race for Avocado just goes up to P3 and again making it top 3 Those red three again, aren't they? Most of Ricardo's good lap there on the medium tyres. So I wonder if Albo thinks he can improve on that soft tyre time on medium tyres. We saw track evolution really key around here the last couple of days. So it'll be the same again. Conditions are the same. Yeah, I think the top 4 are safe. Not quite sure, but anyone else obviously still quite a few pages not set a proper time yet. Jay Story still got to set a proper time, and then yeah, the McLaren drivers Kieran and British Giant haven't set times yet either. Watch Kieran actually, because he's I think the only driver who's actually on a lap at the moment. Groove Ninja retired because he's safety through up in P1 at the moment. Yeah, loving this new Red Bull livery. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm a big fan of it. Red Bull obviously won on Thursday night, didn't they? Didn't do as well last night, unfortunately. Well, it was Keza in Red Bull, wasn't it? He got P5, but yeah, Chalkers last night didn't get on too well in the Red Bull, did he? He didn't the night before when he was reserving either. There we go, nice entrance there. Looking at a tidy lap so far from Kieran. For P2 last week, he's looking to try and improve on that, go one better. Difficult 2-round deal though. This race, so Azerbaijan, so difficult to get through without incidents. You never know when it's over. You can never give up around here. Shouldn't be giving up anywhere, but yeah, this is one of those tracks. Very, very close between everyone. Kieran down the straight and DRS is open. I wonder if I think I'll put him up to 5th possibly. Crosses the line and he goes, oh, it's only 8th for Kieran, and a few tenths off 5th actually, so he's going to need to improve on that time, you'd have to think. I think he's going again here as well, Kieran. Yeah, last night obviously it was a real mixture of strategy as well. We saw Andenge go for a 2-stop, and yeah, he was pretty comfortable on that as well, challenging for the win. Obviously safety cars helped him out with that as well towards the end to make his final pit stop. But yeah, it's a real mixture. Something else that's good about this track, wouldn't surprise me if people started on the softs, mediums and hards. Makes it really interesting. It makes it harder for some drivers as well. Soft tyres catching up to a hard tyre driver, that could be really difficult, being held up around this sector especially. There's just no room to get past, is there? It can really create some gaps on the track. You've got people on the hard tyres around the field. But yeah, Kieran has been going again, hasn't he? Haven't been keeping my eye on the times though, so let's see what this is going to be like. And yeah, Tashi and Racer Ricardo retired as well. Yeah, top 3 definitely safe. Alba is going for it in the mediums. Paul has improved, he's up to P5. Great lap there from Paul. 10th quicker than Multi-Rab. I think Paul should be through with that because Multi-Rab's retired in the pit, so he thinks he's safe with his time. Let's see what Kieran can do. He's still going for this lap, so I presume he's improving. Otherwise he wouldn't be trying to kill these tyres. He won't have time to come in the pit, so this is it really for Keza. He might still have another lap in him, but he's low on the RS, so Keza's gone across. No, he's not going across the line. He's coming in the pits. Kieran, sorry. I don't know why I said Keza. But Kieran's coming in the pits, and that might be a mistake there because he can't improve on that time now. His other drivers coming on the softs as well, so Kieran's in big trouble there. Albo's invalidated, unfortunately. No, it's fine, Jonesy. You can't help it. It's not you. We'll see. Albo. Well, he's getting a bit of tow from Jay Story. They're both on. I think they're both on an outlap, so Albo needs to be careful here because Jay Story's going to be going for his lap as well, and Albo's going for lap 2. Oh, yeah, Albo's going to have to back off here. That's really silly. If he's trying to go for a run on the medium tyres, he's messed it up big time, Albo. just, yeah, he timed that badly, isn't he? Unfortunately, if he is going for another lap there, trying to get through in the medium tyres, further back though, bad pace. So it's always getting really wobbly there. Lost the rear end a little bit. Swanshanks on that lap just gets to start his lap now. J Story is up in his time. I think he's a bit worried about the car that's driving around frantically behind him. Page on lap now on the mediums. British Giant out there on the soft. You expect him to get through on those soft tyres. Full goes to plan. 4.5 temps up now, J Story. I think he has been a bit concerned about that car behind him though, so I don't think we're too happy about that. Keto and Kieran, something similar, yeah, both driving the same car as last night as well, that Red Bull, so DRS is open for J Story. About to cross the line. I don't think this is going to be that good from J Story. It's only P10. I think he's just about made it, so he can go for another lap, J Story. Albo can as well, he is going for it too. Again, he's still sat right behind J Story. Yeah, J Story's going for it, isn't he? Bad pace around to P6 of both McLarens, looking like they're through in the medium tyres. Swanshanks for the castle section. British Giants will be next to set their lap, but I want to keep an eye on Albo. It's both him and J Story are trying to improve their laps here. Worst thing that can happen if J Story brakes. Albo outbrakes himself and they get a grid penalty between them, but what Albo's doing here, I really don't know. I don't think he's in. No, he's 4 temps down. He should just be backing off here now, Albo. Instead of trying to race J Story. Risking giving himself a grid penalty as well if he's not careful. British Giant went up to P9 by the way, so I always can't take my eyes off this battle at the moment that we got. Swanshanks has had a big crash, unfortunately, he's going to be out. Paige Baguette's coming to pits as well, so yeah, it's all down to J Story now. J Story's the only one that can get through, and it'll be Ramsell that he knocks out if he does manage to do it, but you wouldn't expect J Story to be this far down. You can't help but think he's been hampered a bit in this session. Thank you for the follow, Cheese Sauce. Follower number 1006. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, J Story again didn't see what his time, whether he's up or not. Albo, well, he's sort of backed off, but Albo's not up on his time or anything, is he? He's hoping to get a slipstream to try and close him up, but I think he's been. Well, yeah, he's going to be going through the softs, isn't he? Yeah, so that'll be not ideal for Albo. Is J Story coming to the pits? I think he is. Yes, J Story's out as well. I'm sure he won't be too happy with Albo after that. Albo comes in the pits too. We'll be starting on the soft tyres. There we go then. Everyone that's going through are on the mediums apart from British Giant and Albo. And yeah, it looks like the pole battles move between Groove Ninja and Itachi. They look like being the top two, don't they? Look how close it was for Kieran, who's just been knocked out just behind Ramsell. Ramsell's lucky just to survive through that session. But yeah, I'll get a pole position pole ready. Oh, hit the wall, Stone Page. Unfortunately, that's a shame. Yeah, J Story and Albo racing. Dylan was saying, well, yeah, Albo just looked to get a slipstream of J Story and, well, got held up. We said through sector 2, you're not going to be able to follow very well there. 2 purple sectors, saying Swanshanks as well. So yeah, on the soft tyres, it's looking good, and unfortunately, he's lost it on that straight. We said sector 3, it looks pretty simple. I learned the hard way that it's not. On Thursday, and Swanshanks just found out too. So both Williams going out, but both Alpha Tauri, both McLaren, both Ferrari into Q3. And yeah, again, it's 3 red cars at the top. So I think Groove Ninja and Itachi might be the favourites here. We'll get the pole position poll going and see what you think about it, because you probably know more about this league than I do. Again, if you are just joining us, do apologise. The stream was on late. And yeah, maybe times I have to pop off during the race, unfortunately, as well. So I'm not supposed to be commentating, but that's better than nothing, I suppose. And yeah, already I think there's a discussion going on between Albo and J Story in the Discord server about that incident between them. Well, not incident, but whatever it was. Let's just say that. So Groove Ninja, Itachi will stick race for Avocado in a pole position pole as well, because he's shown some good pace too. You never know if they're backing off a little bit early on in qualifying just to try and avoid risking a crash. But there we go, that pole position poll is out. Get your votes in. Who you think is going to be on pole position? Yep, and oh, Albo's not too happy with J Story. Who's going to be first out then? First out, just get the cameras on. It's going to be a Ferrari. Oh no, it's not going to be a Ferrari. In fact, it's an Alfa Romeo just sneaking in front. That's Itachi. It is Itachi and Groove Ninja, the two favourites, if you like, for pole position. They're out first. Itachi's let Groove Ninja through, so that gives him the cameras. Or is Groove Ninja going to let him back through? I'm just going to keep flipping this whole session up, attention, aren't I? None of them want to be on the stream. They don't want to see themselves in their lap. The pressure is too much. Watch out for multi-rab in the Aston Martin as well. He might close up and overtake them both soon. Pole position pole, mixed folks at the moment. Mixed folks. Yeah, I don't know who was on pole position last week. I'll quickly have a look. I'll get my phone up, look for the old statistics and see who's been on pole position the most this season. Like I say, I only just watch League One sometimes if I get time to. So yeah, so from what I see, two poles for Albo's been the most this season. Yeah, Cryptic's not been updating them, has he? Just realised. So yeah, he's not quite living up to expectations in that job, is he? That updated from Australia, I think that was about 4 weeks ago. So I can't look at them. Another letdown for you. Only Albo and Avocado in the pits then. Albo obviously won the car, so he's now coming out of the pits in fact. But he went through all the soft tyres, so he might only have 2 fresh sets of softs left. Although did he use his mediums early on in the session to get through? He did, yeah, he used 7 Q1, didn't he, his mediums, so he should be alright actually. He should have 2 fresh sets of softs to go for this, but now starting his lap is going to be Itachi. He's the one that's managed to get to the front of the queue. Crosses the line, then to start his lap, turns in a bit early that time. Got to be careful to go too wide here as well. You want to get wide so you can swoop in a bit quicker. And he does so nicely there. Look at him, he's almost brushing alongside the wall. You've got to be careful though, because sometimes that wall caves in and opens up. You can easily just smash into the wall. To be fair, this weekend we're not seeing too many. Last night was a decent race as well from the Champions League. It's top quality. In fact, I think we've only seen 1 thing reported last night and 2 from the Premier League the night before, and they were both 5-second penalties. So yeah, it's been a good weekend so far. Championship was a little bit messy on Thursday, but as I found out myself, I was one of the culprits because of that. Paige, did she race last week? I'm not quite sure. You should know that. Surely you know if you raced last week or not. Hopefully not many safety cars today, Swan Shanks. Yeah, I won't hold my breath on that though. Tidy that from Itachi. We'll see what his sector 2 times like, and then we'll quickly go on board with Groove Ninja just behind to see what his is like as well. Yeah, he is still valid on his lap, so he's definitely going for this. 2 still on their out lap. That Bob's just crossed the line. It's only Albo on out lap now, and Avocado is still sat in the pits, so he might just be going for 1 run here. Itachi does a 1:14.7. Groove Ninja does a... Is he quicker? Is he slower? He does a 1:14.4. So Groove Ninja's 3 tenths up on Itachi on this lap there. And Itachi's just hit the wall. He hit the wall on one side and went flying into it on the other side. Don't know if he's got end plate damage. Wing damage won't matter too much now on his lap, but it's all straight to the end. But it could be about half a second down on Groove Ninja. Itachi crosses the line. What's the time going to be? It's 1:39.3. It's still a top time, but Groove Ninja's going to blitz this, I think, isn't he? He'll be in the 1:38s, I'm quite sure. Oh, he's not. It's 1:39.0. It's 3 tenths clear, Itachi. He lost time in the final sector. Multi-Rab's a few tenths off. Next up, we're going to see British Giants in the pit, so it won't be British Giants. We're going to see Bad Pace. So what can Bad Pace do? He's about to cross the line. He goes up to 4th, 1:39.7. You're just seeing Rams will do 1:40.2. A bit off the pace at the moment. Paul's going to be next after that fantastic debut win last week. Again, another one. We're not putting him in a pole position boat, but he's crept his way through the Q3. He's looking pacey again here, isn't he? DRS going to be open for McLaren. And 5 lap set so far. What can Paul do? Can he take advantage of that slow lap from Itachi? He crosses the line to 1:39.7. It's just ahead of his teammate there. Maybe it's race pace over quali pace for Paul. Maybe it's a race where it all happens, isn't it? So we'll blame him. And Itachi's... Has he just hit the wall? I think he's just hit the wall there, Itachi. You can't really see Wing from that camera angle, but go on board. Who's next? It's going to be Bob's going to be next. Doing well this season, isn't he, Bob? Both AlphaTauris are. Bob crosses the line. He's up to P4, gets Headland McLaren drivers. Albo's going to be next then. See what Albo can do. Can't do much because he's coming in the pits. There we go then. Love the pit entry here. It's absolutely brilliant. Swerving around. Not seeing anyone crash in the pit entry yet though this week so far. Don't want to talk that up, but Groove Ninja won the pole position poll. 3 votes out of 7 went to him. Hitachi second, Racer Avocado in third with a vote. I don't remember what happened this morning, same page, let alone last week. Avocado is now on an out nap. So he's pushing it for time if he wants to get 2 runs done this session though. I wonder if anyone else behind's actually going for a second run. Ramsell's invalidated. Here we go, bad pace, so he's gone for a second run, he improves. Not by much, by 3/4 of a tenth. It's enough to put him ahead of his teammate though. Oh, and what's happened to Ramsell? Oh, he's missed the pits, isn't it? He's crashed in the... I have talked this right up, haven't I? He's just lost his front wing coming into the pits, and now he's been disqualified for trying to reverse to get into the pits. I really talked that up, didn't I? Unbelievable. How many... What have we been doing? About six and a half hours of streaming this week on Azerbaijan in total. No one's crashed in the pits. I mention it, and it happens the same very minute. Ramsell has just come into the pits, crashed, front wings gone. He's gone into the wall, and then it's resetting back to the middle of the track. He's tried to reverse to get in the pits. He would have had time. He had to crawl round there with no front wings to a whole lap. He would have had time then to get in the pits. He decided to reverse on the track, and that's going to be a disqualification straight away. I can only apologise for jinxing that. Commentary care, say Dylan. Oh my god. But he's gutted that I'm commentating. Rachel Avocado's on his lap though. He's just started it. And yeah, he's not going to get... By the time he finishes his lap, it'll be close to 3 minutes. And by the time he gets round again, yeah, he must have 2 laps of fuel in. Because he's not going to have time to get in the pits and get out again. So it might be one and done, or might be, well, certainly 1 run, but it might be 1 lap and done. This is good enough. Depends how much fuel he's put on board. And looking good in the Ferrari at the moment, isn't he? Racer Avocado, relatively new to the league. Not got any points yet, I don't think. No, he's not new to the league. He's one. I remember when PBE started about a year and a half ago. He was one of the first drivers in there as well. Raced with him back then, but yeah, just got back into a full-time seat, isn't he? Which is good to see, and he's definitely got the pace. It's just whether he can make it stick and get the consistency going. It's all good being really, really quick, but if you can't get consistent points going, you're never going to win anything. That's really nice lap this from a Racer Avocado. What's the sector 2 time going to be like? Isn't it 1:14s? It is 1:14.7, so yeah, it's a decent time there from Racer Avocado. I think this will be up to P3 as it stands, but it will definitely make it a red top 3 again unless something goes wrong here, or unless my maths is very wrong. Hit the ball in the game, reset car to track, and yeah, it couldn't be... Yeah, I don't blame Ramsell for that. He would have had time, to get round with no front wings or another lap, but yeah, well, he doesn't seem too bothered about it. Racer Avocado crosses the line, he does make it up to P3. He's only just off Hitachi actually for P2. And he's backed off and he's still got fuel on board. He's not flashing red. So I think he's just doing a recovery lap here. Save up his battery again. And then might go for 1 more lap. And the C-Man do as well. Do extra warmth in those tyres, extra preparation in those tyres. Does pay dividends, doesn't it? Quite a lot on this game, in fact. Almost every track. British Giants just set a lap. It's not a quick one though. It's 1:40.5. Going again though, I think it's going for back-to-back. Albo's on a lap now as well. Not set a time yet in this session. Been too busy debating in the Discord about the incident with J Store in Q2. Up to 40 viewers, Jesus Christ. It's just as many as we get for the Champions League on a Saturday. It's crazy that. Thanks for everyone for watching. Albo there on his lap. Survives the straight this time. Yeah, looking good in Mercedes, doesn't he? His qualifying pace so far has not been the best today, but can he challenge those 3 red cars in front? He crosses the line and he gets right in the middle of them. Albo's up to P2, splits the Ferraris and Alfa Romeo in third with Hitachi. So yeah, ruined that all red, isn't it? Towards the top, he's invalidated this one already, but again, he's not flashing red in his fuel, so he might just be doing a recovery lap. He'll have time for another lap, but he's only got 1:45. He needs to go relatively quick to actually get the checker flag in time, but it should be okay. Avocado, I think, is exactly what we said he would do. Just save up, do a preparation lap, and now he's all go, isn't he? Everyone else on an out lap, but British Giant is on a lap. Not sure if this is preparation lap or not. Yeah, he's not using any deployment, is he? So yeah, the preparation lap here for British Giant as well. Paul's on a lap. Next across the line, that is Avocado, but he's just started his lap, isn't he? Then it's yeah, British Giant. Again, he's not on the lap. Then we've got McLaren, a bad pacer behind. Ferrari, Groove Ninja on the outlap. And yellow flag, just the car getting out of the way. But I think the first one, actually, to finish the lap, is going to be Paul, who's quite far back. Albo's on a preparation, isn't he? British Giant we've just seen, and Rocio Avocado again just started his lap. So Paul is going to be the first one. 42 people want to be sent to sleep. It's only 42 viewers because Jake's commentating. Oh, it's surely not more than 42. What would you normally get? What do you normally get on a Sunday? I know when there's F1 on, it comes up. So, oh, look. Oh, Paul's lost it a little bit there. He's lost the rear end. Has he got time to back off and then go again? I'm not sure he has, though. I know whenever there's F1 on a Sunday, it comes up saying loads of viewers because people are trying to stick streams on to try and watch the proper F1 race, and they watch us and they get disappointed. It ain't the real thing. Although last week I think this was better than the real thing, let's be honest. Boring as hell race last week, that was. Can't remember where it was. Oh, it's Turkey, wasn't it? That was rubbish. Definitely got to watch PB over that, haven't you? Anyway, Paul needs to find, well, he's not up, is he? But he's only a 10th or P5 here. If he can find a 10th somehow on this straight, push him up to 5th. If we have a timing glitch of about 10 seconds, he might still be able to get another lap in, although his fuel gauge is flashing red already. We'll see how long the timing glitch is. We have got one because there's no checkered flag yet. Paul's going to be first across the line. Oh, what time can he do? It's a 1:39.6. Didn't improve enough. He's 2 thousandths off his teammate. Still no checkered flag. We're seeing a Mercedes of Albo go again, and yeah, he's backed off, unfortunately. So next is going to be Racer Avocado. He's half a tenth up Avocado. Can he get up to P2 here? Can he knock Albo and Hitachi down? Yes, he can. He does got to P2. Good back there from Avocado. Now we have the checkered flags, and he is all finished. British Giant's going to be next then. He might be giving Bad Pacer a bit of a toe. Bad Pacer is 3 tenths up. He's 3 tenths down, I think, British Giant. Unfortunately, I can't see him improving too much. And he doesn't improve, unfortunately. Bad Pacer is going to be next. What can he do? He's up to P4. Great lap there from Bad Pacer. What can Groove Ninja do? He's about to cross the line. Can he improve any more? Yes, he can. It's a 1:38.6. It's an incredible time from Groove Ninja. Absolutely fantastic. That's going to take some beating, that is. Hitachi needs to find 7 tenths somewhere. Multi-Vag's going to be next. We're going to keep our eyes on Hitachi, though. Multi-Vag in front. He'll be first across the line. What time can he do? He doesn't improve. In fact, he goes up to second. He does go up to second. And Hitachi now goes up to second as well. Albo isn't on a lap. He's invalidated. He's crashing the castle now, unfortunately, as well. Bob's 2 tenths up. Paul isn't going again. It's all down to Bob now. He's 2 tenths up. I can't see him challenging the top few unless he finds 8 tenths on this straight somehow. But yeah, it looks like Groove Ninja pole position by 4 tenths. Hitachi second. Multi-Rab took it off Racer Avocado by 3 thousandths. Great lap there. Glitched across the line. And Bob goes up to 7th. And there we go. We're all done here. That is pole position for Groove Ninja by 4 tenths in the end. Look how close that is between third and 6th. 600ths between Multi-Rab and Bad Pacer. Bad Pacer will be a bit gutted about that, obviously. Fantastic time, but so close to P3. He's down in 6th, but even still, this is going to be a brilliant battle off the start. Yeah, Multi-Rab, that came out of nowhere. He was nowhere towards the top all session, and now he's starting up in third. It's all about getting the perfect lap in at the right time at the end of that session when the track is warmer. But there we go then. I'm going to go and quickly get a drink, and then I'll see you in a couple of minutes for the race start. we go then. Yeah, it's rather cloudy here in Baku, isn't it? By the looks of it. Yeah, good luck to Paige. She's in the comments. Oh yeah, Jonesy speaking about the disc. Yeah, no. 100 bits from Shadders. Missed out on that as well. Thank you, Shadders. Swanshanks. Oh, I've not been reading the comments very much, but that time we got Podium Page saying Swanshanks as well. Even to get so you saying evening. Afternoon to Keza. Yeah, Jonesy. Yeah, that's fine, mate. That's, not to know. Some people let you down at the best of times, don't they? But at least we know not to go there again. Oh, who's that McLaren that's up and down in the ground? Who is that? Is that bad pace they're going up and down? Yeah, his car's just... hopefully that's not a glitch. I'm sure it is a glitch. Yeah, so I said there'll be a real variation of tyres at the start. 16 of them on the mediums, so screw that. Van Doom and Shadow towards the back on the hard tyres, and on the softs we've got Alba and British Giant as we knew. But yeah, I'm surprised not more have gone to the hards towards the back. Oh, it's an interesting one. You will see instance, there's absolutely no doubt about it. The best drivers, like I said, Black Box, arguably one of the best drivers in parabolical esports, crashed out in qualifying yesterday. He had damage on the first lap, which weren't any of his fault, but you will see instance around here. No doubt about that. Happens to the best of us. Best of you, not best of us. I'm certainly one of them. Yeah, so Albo's got to try and make place up at the start. Obviously, got to be patient, Randy. You can't go silly moves. Sector 2, you shouldn't really be making moves anywhere unless someone goes completely wrong in front of you. There's just not the room for it. You're risking your front wing. You're risking crashing. You're risking everything to go for a move somewhere in Sector 2. It's slow formation up this from Groove Ninja, so it's taking our time. Sorry, just keep me eyes in the Discord. It's all go, isn't it? All go down there. Oh, Shadow's stuck 100 bits in, so I'll stick 100 bits in myself. Completely forgot. 6 to my promise. 6 to my promise. Yeah, doing League 1 now as well. It's going to leave me more bankrupt, isn't it? Oh well, what can I do? Oh, my subs ended as well to PBE, so I better do that as well when I get a chance. And now I'm sat here watching adverts. I'll have to do that when I get a minute as well. Hope, yeah, slow down even more, Groove Ninja, so I'll get time to do that. Be good. Yeah, a bit of a spread out field, isn't it? Petrol Formula looking to make places up towards the back in that Mercedes. We've got Jay Storm and Swanshanks and the Williams as well, 12th and 13th. I think, yeah, Jay Storm will be happy. He's got his teammate behind him because they'll be wanting to make moves. Jay Storm, it should be higher up than that. British Giant soft tyres again, as we said, Albo as well. McLaren, they've got McLaren and AlphaTauri alternating as well. I'm sure they'll be working together in their teams. We've seen the set Ferrari looking in a really good place, aren't they? Got a rear gunner there as well. Best of luck saying Dylan as well. I need to buy a bloody subtaker now as well, for goodness sake. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, he's been invalid, he's been disqualified. Why's Taylor McKenzie that far forward? How's he got all the way up there? What's he done? Why is he there? I don't know what's going on there for Taylor McKenzie, but he shouldn't be overtaken under the formation up, that's what he's done. Unless it's a glitch. But there we go, I think I'm all subscribed now. Yes, I am. There we go, so I can watch that advert. Thank God for that. And Swanshank, 600 bits in there as well. Thank you very much for that. And we have got lights, but we've got all sorts of glitches going on at the same time. Lights out, and finally the cars are revving up. And now it's lights out, and away we go. Good initial getaway from the Ferrari at the front. Multi-Rab's not having the best of starts though. It's all red front free again, and look, Ferrari go around the outside to make contact. Groove Ninja stays in the lead though. Itachi really challenging him, isn't he? Multi-Rab there got to be careful on the brakes, and he is. Racer Avocado gets through, the McLaren side by side. I think Bob's had a bit of a wobble there. There's a yellow flag towards the back. I think it might be Page has had a bit of a problem. Vapor, Shadow and Page have come together. I don't think there's a front wing on that car. No, there's not. Has Page got a front wing? I'm not too sure, but we do have a virtual safety car. No, they don't. So it looks like a couple of cars gone into each other towards the back there. And yeah, Page and Vapor Shadow not got a front wing anymore. Not quite sure what's happened there. Sunny saying perfect timing, I'm here. Just in time for the race start. Oh, no DNF for the first sector. That's good. It's a good start. But yeah, two cars without a front wing from towards the back. Again, so slow, aren't they? Turn 1, 2 and 3 at the start of the race at Baku. All it takes is one car to break that tad early, being extra cautious, and then that's it. Of course, Other cars behind to go into each other. Completely losing the front wing. Vapor Shadow's got 3 second penalty corner cutting now as well. And no front wing, he's really struggling. Needs to get back in the pits, get that wing put back on, the yellow flag and set the 2. I think it's just for the same car, isn't it? No, it's not, it's Swanshanks. Swanshanks has lost it in the castle section. And Page is behind there, got to be careful. Swanshanks completely lost his front wing as well. We've got 3 cars towards the back, no front wing now. Timing's completely cocked up as normal. It's about all you can expect from this game though. There we go, Race Avocado's falling back at the top 2 a little bit. Yeah, Groove Ninja didn't have the best of starts. He really had to fight to keep that position, didn't he? And Swanshanks is out then. Swanshank with no front wing has done the exact same thing Vintage did when he was reserving on Friday. Just gone straight on. So hard to break for that corner with no front wing. Groove Ninja's the fastest lap of the race, but he's being caught. And look, Multi-Rab and Race Avocado, Multi-Rab down the inside. J Story's getting past Van Doom. The Alpha Tauri drivers are swapped over as well. Good teamwork from them, but Race Avocado just about keeping this position. But these 2 fighting all the while. He's going to allow the top 2 to pull away even more. Even still, good start for Avocado, managing to get past. Not a good start for Bob, lost a few places, not sure how. Ramsell's gained a couple. McLaren is sitting pretty there in 6th and 7th at the moment. Cautious start from Albo on those soft tyres, though he's got to be patient and wait for that DRS. When that does come, he needs to start making moves then, doesn't he? Vapor Shadow's retired. Was he just retired in the pits? Why on earth did he retire in the pits on that 1 or lap 2? That is stupid. I'll lose points for that. Why would you do that? There's a whole race ahead of you. I understand you've got huge sideboard damage or huge rear wing damage, you know, you might be a bit annoyed and you'd take the 2-point penalty rather than going through the hell of that, but if you're not got bad damage towards the back then, and yeah, Swanshank saying he couldn't stop. Well yeah, it happened to Vintage for back go through where it is now. You've got no front wing here, it's so easy just to go flying that wall straight on. And yeah, happened to Vintage on Friday, he lost his front wing early on the castle section, and then I say Vintage never crashes, he just went straight on and went flying the wall. He was apologetic after that he brought out, I'm not sure if he did bring out a safety car or not, the Premier League runners, I think he did. And yeah, it's just really, really hard to judge that one. So yeah, it's just a common error that. So you're not the only one Swanshank this weekend, won't be the last I don't think either. But yeah, relatively settled down now, isn't it? Groove Ninja fastest lap of the race. Yeah, but now he's going to be under bigger pressure from the crashing now because yeah, as that race control message saying, DRS is now enabled. Avocado's not quite got the pace to keep up that top 2 at the moment, is he? And Albo and his soft tyres, yeah, he's really regretting going for them. Obviously, I think they're scrub tyres he got through on, weren't they? Because he wanted to set a quicker lap on the mediums, that's the risk you take. He couldn't improve on it. He's under pressure now from bad pace already. I don't know quite how old those tyres are that Albo's on. And Ramsell's going down the inside of Paul as well. Paul's going to fight it on the outside. I think Paul's just about got this. Ramsell might have to concede. But he's really late on the brakes, Ramsell, and that's going to end in disappointment. Yeah, that was a silly move from Ramsell. He's going to regret that. Now he's got big wing damage. So you have to let the Alpha Tauri... No, he doesn't let the Alpha Tauri through, but he's going to be really struggling here, Ramsell. This is going to cause a bit of a problem. And he does well to get out of the way of both Alpha Tauris there. Ramsell, he's got to just try and get through this section without getting any more damage. Take it easy. He's struggling on the brakes as well, but that front wings we've already discussed. Yeah, there we go then. Yeah, Rams will definitely have to come in the pits, won't he? Jay Story try and get past as soon as he can. Difficult place to get past here though, isn't it? And Rams are really struggling. Really struggling. He's not, I don't think Jay Story's going to go for it here. No, he's not. He's going to be patient. Yeah, he'll be able to go for it now though, I think, as Ramsell. Yeah, he's going to have to come in the pits, unfortunately, and it was a silly move, wasn't it, Ramsell? He'll look back on that and think, why did I go for that? He just braked too late and tried to keep it around the outside. He'd already lost the position. He was on the outside, he's half a car width behind. Unfortunately, both Haas drivers, after being a Haas 1-2 last night, Albo's getting passed by Bad Pacer, who was catching him, he gets past easily as well. I think Paul will be looking to catch up to him next day as well. As Avocado set fast up the race, and now he's clearing multi-rab. He might have been saving some deployment up. Now going for an attack as Jay Story has lost 2 places there. I don't know what's happened to Jay Story. Has he got damage or something? I don't think so. He's lost 3 places now. Taylor McKenzie's down the inside there on Van Doom. Manages to get the move done, but yeah, there's a bit of a train going on here, isn't there? Now when that DRS enabled, Petrol Cormier's on the outside, Taylor McKenzie down the inside. And yeah, I think, oh, they've got to be careful on the brakes. Perpetual Formula, go around the outside. This would be a great move if he can make that stick. And Taylor Mackenzie trying to fight it on the outside. That is a fantastic move by Perpetual Formula for P10. Up 10 places already. What a start to the race for him. And what a fantastic move that was from Perpetual Formula. Dylan's in the. If Dylan's watching, get that one clipped. As Van Doom just hit the back of Taylor Mackenzie. Might have wing damage from that, not too sure. Jay Story and Kieran. You'd expect them to be a bit higher up, won't you? But Van Doom, is he out? Yeah, he's just crashed in the wall. What on earth is he doing there? What on earth is he doing there? Safety car. He's just gone straight on in the wall. That's a great race for Alpine. They're both gone already. Safety car is out. Yeah, someone said, I think it's Swanshank, saying hopefully there's not too many safety cars today. But people doing things like that, and we're fucked, aren't we? In terms of that, he must have had wing damage. We said at the corner before we think he might have got some wing damage, but surely he did, and again just struggled on the brakes to slow it down. Oh well. Afternoon, Tommy as well. Tommy in the comments. Yeah, we got safety car. That'll be good for Albo. Albo will definitely come in the pits. Well, oh, they're all coming in. Well, the top three are all coming in, aren't they? Groove Ninja and Racer Avocado. He might get held up here. Avocado might get held up here because the other Ferrari's just in front. You can see in the pit box. Yeah, he's going to get held up a little bit. He might lose a position or two here. And they changed the nose on that first Ferrari as well. Is Itachi out already? No, he's not. I don't know if it's an adjustment to the wing made there or what, but Avocado's going to lose it. Yeah, look how much time he's lost here. Avocado. He should have stayed out because he's going to lose so many places now. I think that was a mistake from Avocado. Maybe he didn't know or didn't judge how long it's going to hold him up for. He's effectively lost 1, 2, 3. He's lost out to Paul, British Giant, Albo, and Bad Peso. And Bad Peso's managed to jump Itachi. How's that happened? Maybe Itachi had to change his wing or something there as well, but Bad Peso's managed to pit and get out ahead of Itachi. Hard tyres will go to the end. Mediums, it'll be too much of a stretch. So it looks like 2 stoppers there. So again, Albo's going to have to fight his way through these through these hard runners. And this is what I mean. Vapor Shadow obviously retired in the pits, didn't he? Well, look at Shadow Lancer. He started in hard tyres. He's up in a P6, and that could have been the same for Vapor Shadow, unfortunately. Swan has DNF, Jonesy, yep, he has, and Dylan's got that clipped. And I'll tell you how, Swanshank lost. He lost his front wing in the castle section, and then he did the exact same thing as Vintage did on Friday night, just went straight on here into the wall. Completely cold brakes, no front wing either, difficult situation, but yeah, Paige will be after that safety car at least. Brings her back into the race. Yeah, 3 out already. Survival, all about survival this track, isn't it? Unfortunately, Alpine are packing their bags and going home already. Middle finger up from Swanee, yeah, not surprised. Yes, Perpetual Formula started in P20, and on that 5 is in P2. There we go. How's that for inspiration? And he's got a fantastic overtake that could be nominated for overtake the season along the way as well. Got a bit of a laggy connection, unfortunately, there as well. He nearly went flying the wall. That's what it looked like, at least, anyway, to us. Multi-Rab in the lead then. I'm surprised so many people pitted so early on the race. I think the mediums could have gone quite a while longer. Yeah, especially Racer Ricardo. Surprised he didn't stay out. After being held up as well. Now he's down 12th on those hards. Kieran and Jay Stories. Good. Oh, God, yeah. Perpetual Form was lagging everywhere. It just went flying the wall. It's going to give me a heart attack at some point. Taylor Mackenzie up in 3rd as well, and he started towards the back too. I just hope Perpetual Formula doesn't lag out or doesn't, have any connection issues like that, because he's again there, thought he's just going to drive straight on. Now Itachi obviously wants to get that place back with Bad Peso and then try and fight Groove Ninja. There's 1 car between them, and luckily for Itachi, it happens to be his teammate. So that could be a bit of a saviour for Itachi. On those medium tyres behind is Albo though, so he's got to watch out what's going on behind as well, because if Albo's on a 2-stop, he needs to overtake everyone to then make this strategy work. Paul down 11th, on fresh mediums as well. As British Giant is in 10th. Vintage obviously not pitted yet, so he stayed out. He's right in the mix. Yeah, Bob down in 15th. Not worked out too well for him, unfortunately. Again, yeah, both pitted, so they must have double stacked the AlphaTauri, and because of that, he's lost out to Kieran and Jay Story, and they're not going to be easy to get past either, so that's unfortunate for him. Again, should have stayed out really. Or one of them was on the soft tyres, one of the AlphaTauris, can't remember which one. But I suppose one of them had to pit, and safety car's in already though, only 2 laps of it. That's good to see. We'll get underway racing very soon, and it's multi-rab in the Aston Martin. That'll get the safety car restart done. It's a matter when you go around here, isn't it? Oh, Page has crashed. Page has just crashed under the safety car. What on earth's gone on there? I think he must have done that by herself. Unless it was collision with her teammate. No 5 seconds penalty. I was just saying he's got to leave it as late as possible. He might get swamped. He's half gone, isn't he? And now he has gone. I don't think that's the best of restarts there. And now Taylor McKenzie on perpetual formula. Look how close. Look how close. He's going down the inside. Taylor McKenzie. Itachi does get past Shadow Lancer. And Taylor's up to P2. Groove Ninja's going to try and overtake from behind, I think, soon, isn't he? He'll want to try and get through and put some distance between himself and the other ones that have just put on the hard tyres. But Taylor McKenzie making a move with perpetual formula. Perpetual formula really caught out Black restart in the end by Multi-Rab. Almost had to slow himself down because it was good initially. And Multi-Rab getting really close, and he avoids sliding there. Well, he did slide, he avoided spinning. Really lost that rear end there, Multi-Rab, and he's struggling on these medium tyres. Bit of a gap there where Shadow Lancer is holding everyone else up behind. Avocado's getting past British Giant down the inside of those hard tyres. Yeah, good move there from him. Elbow behind, look at this train, and really struggling to pull away, aren't they? Multi-Rab can't seem to pull away. Taylor McKenzie trying to overtake him in a minute as well. Perpetual formula sliding as well. Got to be careful. All it takes is one little slide and it can cause a big train of carnage. And look how cautious, look how slow they're going through the castle section at the moment. Yeah, Page isn't too happy with that. Unlucky Page, same case of it as well. Yeah, and Multi-Rab's managed to put out a bit of an advantage. Taylor McKenzie not quite got the same pace, I think Multi-Rab, but it's just a matter of warming those tyres up for him. And Groove Ninja is struggling on these hard tyres. I know he's made a little mistake there somewhere, but he's struggling, isn't he? He's not quite catching up to the cars in front of all the mediums, but they are older by a fair distance. All 6 laps old. Albo's getting past Itachi then. Oh, what's happened to Itachi? He's got wing damage. Itachi's got damage. Has Albo got damage too? They might have come together, you know. And Shadow Lancer getting back past his teammate. I think they've come together because Albo's going slow as well. I think he'll be in the pits in a minute too. Taylor McKenzie's getting back past by Perpetual Formula down the inside. And braking zone. Oh, it's really early on the brakes there, Perpetual Formula. But both Albo and Itachi are going into the pits then. So it must be wing change for both of them. They must have come together somewhere. I dread to think who was at fault for that. Paul in 9th lane, and down the inside, you've got to be careful. British Giant, you have a bit of a lunge there, but he does manage to back out a bit. Concede that place, fair play to him there. Page has left the session, unfortunately. Yeah, won't be no Haas 1-2 today. And yeah, now Taylor McKenzie under big pressure from Perpetual Formula and Multi-Rab pulling away, isn't he? At the moment, this is looking really good for Multi-Rab, and especially Groove Ninja in bad pace, so it's have to pit again. And Racer Avocado, look at his positions. He's only 13th, I know a couple have pitted. He's made up, I think, 6 positions since that restart 2 laps ago. And before you know it, he's only got to overtake Shadow Lancer, which he will do soon, I think. He's surely not down the inside here. That's a risky move. It will be able to turn in time. And Shadow Lancer sensibly backs off. Good move from Avocado there. He's got 3.5 seconds now to catch up to the rest of the pack. But yeah, he's got his way out of that really well, Avocado. Might have got a warning there for track limits. That could have been a lot worse, and the impact of that double stack has not really shown too much. Now he's going to catch up quickly as well, because all these cars in front from the hard bad pace. So Groove Ninja being held up by Taylor McKenzie by looks fitting already. Yeah, he's found nearly half a second, Avocado, just in that final sector. Page saying reset to get 100% brake pressure. Oh, she's glad she's only reserved, yeah. But look, Perpetual Formula this time. He's got to be a bit more daring on the brakes, isn't he? We're seeing. No DRS quite yet, though, is there? That'll be enabled now. He can't quite get past it. He's not too daring on the brakes for Perpetual Formula. I don't blame him around here, to be honest, because it's such a difficult track to get the braking zone right, as we've seen so far already. Now the DRS is enabled. He's going to get a good run here. He's going to use his deployment. He is going to use deployment. He's got to be there on the brakes to make this move though. He's going to go to the inside. He is. Perpetual Formula. Taylor McKenzie late on the brakes, but Perpetual Formula backs out. Oh, they make contact. And that was a bit risky there in the end. Taylor McKenzie unfortunately lost an extra place to Groove Ninja because of that now as well. When Perpetual Formula was a bit more there on the brakes, unfortunately made a bit of contact with Taylor and cost him to lose a place to Groove Ninja. But no harm meant at all. And here now, look, Racer Ricardo's gained even more time. The Shadow Lance is falling back on those old hard tyres, holding everyone behind up a little bit. Paul will be looking to get through soon as well. Vintage will make the whole mediums yet to pit. And the battle in the lead then, 2.8, 2.7 seconds between Multi-Rav and Perpetual Formula. So, yeah, looking good for the Aston Martin Groove Ninja. He's just got to be patient and wait till the straight. No silly moves, and Shadow Lance has lost it, unfortunately. Where's he done that? Oh, he's lost his front wing completely. That's a strange place to go off. Might have been contact with another car there, because that's a strange place to lose it. But Groove Ninja's got to watch out behind as well, because Taylor McKenzie bad pacer right then. Before you know it, Racer Avocado is going to be up there too. Vintage being under big pressure from Paul now as well, P7. Entertaining race so far. Oh, and Taylor McKenzie's lost it. He's completely lost it. Lost a rear end. He's lost his old front wing there as well. Yeah, that's unlucky there for Taylor McKenzie. He'll be in the pits in a minute then. Further in front, Groove Ninja is going to ease past Perpetual Formula, gets the move on his own and chase down for the lead. Taylor McKenzie will be in a pit to change that front wing. Paul then using his deployment. He's got past Vintage. And British Giant absolutely swooped past Vintage. What sort of setup has he got on? That's crazy how speedy he was there, British Giant. I think he had double slipstream and DRS and using his deployment as well. But that was crazy speed. Taylor McKenzie puts the soft on, so it's going to be 2 soft for him now, soft to the end. Shadow Lance in the pit and Bob's in the pits too, so he must have made contact with somebody as well. Unless it was the wall. Groove Ninja's already starting to close that gap, isn't he, on Multi-Rav, but soon be under 2 seconds. The mediums and Multi-Rav's got on, and Perpetual Formula starting to go off as well. I think Bad Pacer might be slowly catching up Perpetual Formula in the near future as well. Racer Ricardo again, really had a great stint so far since the safety car restart. Paul in 6th, and those mediums looking to close up. So will British Giant now as he's past Vintage. Jay Story and Ramsell closing up on Vintage as well. Perpetual Formula's lost it. Where's he done that? He's in the castle. He's facing the wrong way. He can reset the track, and he has. You are allowed to reset the track this weekend in that castle section, just because obviously it is an absolute nightmare. I don't think he's got wing damage. I think he might have just clipped the wall and then spun for Perpetual Formula. He's just got to pull those tyres down. Doesn't look like he's got any wing damage though, which is lucky for him in a way, and he's still on for a good race as it stands. Yep, I think he's okay. And Jay Story will be closing up the Vintage soon. Vintage will now have DRS so from Perpetual Formula, so that'll help him defend. Further out in front, it's already under 2 seconds between these two. I think Multi-Rav's got more of a straight line speed setup, because look at it. It's just gained 3 tenths then, Multi-Rav on the straight. Racer Ricardo's getting far bad pace over P3. Yeah, on that straight, Multi-Rav's gained half a tenth. Sorry, half a second. And Groove Ninja's just on the straight. Big difference in setup. Oh, Perpetual Formula's in the pits, and look at this battle going on. Look at this battle. Jay Story down the inside of Vintage, and he's being passed now Vintage as well by Ramsell. He left the door wide open, Vintage, and that's what allowed Ramsell through, and I can't see Vintage fighting this. No, he doesn't. He backs off. Good move there from Ramsell. Saw the opportunity and he pounced on that. It's a tale of 2 stories really, isn't it? I know you want to be cautious around here, but it's so hard for overtaking unless you are on the straight. If you do see that slight gap, it's so tempting to go for it. And Jay Story's turned in too early and clipped the wall. And he's lost a couple of places because of that. Has he got damage? Again, I can't see any damage. Doesn't mean he's not got any though, because we saw the same thing with Perpetual Formula who's out of pit. He's now down in 14th. Albo pit, as we know with Itachi, and yeah, they're 7 seconds apart from each other. Albo's put the hards on, so he's had another little. It's a shame they're so far down. Groove Ninja 1.2 away now. I think Jay Story might have slight damage here because he's over a second behind and being caught by Kieran. See how he copes in the castle. I'm not too sure. He's gained up to Vintage there, but I think Vintage has had a poor sector. Doesn't look like he's got the best of downforce there, Jay Story now. Which is a big shame for him if he has got. Yeah, he's definitely got damage. He's definitely got damage that we can't see. Big difference to the last game, isn't it? If you had minor damage like this in the last game, you're absolutely fine, but this game you can't carry on. Not even questionable carrying on. You can't. His car's undrivable. Watch how much he has to brake on this straight now. Bad Peso and Racer Avocado trying to get that place back further ahead as well. And Multi-Rabbi's in the pits. Yeah, look, he's almost flying into the wall. Bad Peso then manages to go down the inside and takes P2, in fact, not P3, because Multi-Rab's in the pits. I think it'll be hard to the end for him, and it is. Oh, and Racer Avocado losing it. Nearly losing the rear end. At the moment, this top three look incredibly good, aren't they? Paul in fourth on the medium tyres. Yeah, these top three can go to the end. Itachi sets the fastest lap. Unless there's a safety car, this top three will be going to the end, I'm pretty sure. Avocado's going for it down the inside, that's risky. Bad Peso turns wide. It's good racing, and he's a good amount of room there, Bad Peso. Is he going to do the same thing this time? Avocado's trying to turn in. That's great racing between them. Fair play to Avocado and Bad Peso there. Really difficult to race side by side in Sector 1 and Sector 2 around here, and they managed to do it really well. And yes, Ferrari 1-2, McLaren 3 and 4. Yeah, some quality racing we've seen from some of these drivers as well. I know there's been a few incidents, but there's been some, you know, pleasantly surprising quality driving from what I've seen, which is good to see. Paul in fourth, then British Giant fifth. Yeah, Paul about 1.8 behind. He needs to make use of these medium tyres. He needs to try and catch up, doesn't he? Unless he's trying to manage them to go to the end if there's no more safety cars, which is a big if. Let's face it, as a big if, having no more safety cars. Petrol Form's in the pits again. Unfortunately, he's down in last place after he was in the top three for quite a while. He must have got more damage, unfortunately. Oh, he's miles behind now. He needs a safety car to get his race back underway. Groove Ninja 3.8 clear of his teammate, and Avocado's managed to put out over a second on Bad Peso on that lap. Paul in fourth then, 1.7 behind British Giant there, 2 Ramsel 6. Multi-Rams come out of the pits in seventh, so he's comfortably going to the end now. So he'll be hoping for no more safety cars, because he'll be a lot quicker than Bad Peso and the Ferrari drivers towards the end. Itachi's getting past Jay Story, so Jay Story's not pitted, so maybe he's not got wing damage, and Kieran's getting past Vintage against Scoots, but I don't think Vintage has got a very pacey setup on now, so there's 2 cars that have gone past him. Like, he's in a lorry, Vintage, been that slow, but he must just be having a more, I reckon he's got 11-11 on his wings, which is quite common in this game now, isn't it? Quick look into the comments, fantastic racing. Yeah, I think there's about Bad Peso and Avocado. That was fantastic racing, honestly. Who's edgy? Taylor trying to take everyone else, same page. Yeah, Sloth has been warned about that, don't worry. But he's in P13 now. He's, oh dear, about to have a battle with Elbow. Say your prayers, everyone. Let's watch it. Come on, dare we watch it? No other real battles going on the track. I think Itachi will be making his way past Vintage soon, but apart from that, this is the only other real battle out on the track at the moment. Let's have a look at Itachi actually whilst we're waiting. Oh, he's going for the castle, so I can't see him making a move there. So Elise in a minute 12, so we'll come back to that soon. Get Bad Peso's pace just starting to slow down a little bit. Avocado's managed to get past, yeah, as soon as you lose that DRS, fall back a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be falling to the clutch for his teammates soon. It's been quality last few laps though. Multi-Rab there in 7th. I'm sure he'll be getting his way past Ramsel on the straight. Nothing really Ramsel can do up against the DRS and being that close behind Ramsel. Oh yeah, McLaren again even more closer and closer to each other now. Vintage will be a sitting duck. Look at the pace difference you'll see when he'll get him before the DRS. I think Bad Peso's in the pits, so has he got damage? I can only presume he's got damage. Ramsel is getting passed by Multi-Rab. Vintage now getting passed by Itachi easily as well. There must be damage there, and it is. He's got no front wing at all. I don't know if Bad Peso did that coming into the pits because he already had little damage, but I've not seen. Yeah, he was losing time, wasn't he? Unfortunately for him, it's been a fantastic race, Bad Peso. But he's going to come out and he'll come out close just behind this battle between Alba and Taylor. Yeah, it's unfortunate where he's come out as well. Always, yeah, just behind them, just behind them. He's got a big battle to come into now as well. Ramsel's getting passed by Multi-Rab as well. Good move there. I don't know if Ramsel's got damage. No, he's just struggling though to turn in there. Yeah, Vintage hanging on to this battle as well. This battle for P11's getting interesting now, and Taylor's turned in a little bit too early and clipped that curb. Bad Peso's going to go for a move here, isn't he? He's going to go for it as well. Oh, looking on board the wrong car. Oh, that's bounced into him over that curb, I think, there. Bad Peso. Yeah, Taylor Mackenzie, he's got to back out of that, and he doesn't, and spins himself, and that's reset the track. 5-second penalty there for Taylor Mackenzie. He did the exact same reset the track as Farf did, which cost him his podium on Friday night. No complaints about that. It's Taylor's fault, that little spin. He's fighting something that wasn't there. Spins himself and gets himself a 5-second penalty for that as well, which we give out for resetting to the track. 3.5 seconds for the top two. Paul not really closing up on them. Yeah, Paul and British Giant need a safety car really, because if we do get a safety car, I've got no doubt both Ferraris will come in again, race over Ricardo. Unfortunately, if there is another safety car, we'll lose more places from the double stack, because it'll be a sitting duck if he stays out, if there was to be a safety car. Hitachi on these mediums, going to fly past Kieran here before the DRS zone. DRS now open, he flies past even more. Hitachi making his way back through the field after that collision with Albo, and Vintage in the pits then, and he's been on those tyres for 13 laps, so one stopper for Vintage. He's doing that medium soft strategy, I think, isn't he? Nope, it's hard tyres. So maybe he feels that he couldn't go any longer, and the softs aren't going to make it to the end, he felt. Albo then, bad pacer, battling for P10. Bad pacer will be quicker though. Obviously he's on fresh medium tyres, he'll be catching up with Jay Story soon as well. He might have minor damage, Jay Story, he's just not, he might not just have the race pace here today. I think he got points here in the Premier League last season, didn't he? Although I think there's only 10 cars that finished the race, so he only had to finish the race. Hey up, Albo, Bad and Taylor, this just gets better, saying Jonesy, yeah. Weren't too bad. We said there'd be a little collision between them somewhere, and it happened. Why would you keep your nose in there, saying Tommy? Well, I guess he wanted to spin himself. Oh, yeah, Jay Story's struggling. Yeah, he's definitely got damage now. Bad pacer and Albo getting past. Definitely got damage now. Unfortunately for Jay Story. I don't know if he was nudged from behind. I didn't even notice cars behind. I don't know if he got nudged or what, but considering we thought he already had wing damage, he definitely has now, isn't he? Missing that in-plate on the left, he's going to have to come in the pits. Bob and Taylor will be closing up behind him as well. Bad pacer and Albo then. Still battling out for Pin. I'm surprised Bad pacer has not been able to pull away. Yeah, it's all been... Yeah, it's all settled down a little bit in the last 6 or 7 laps since that safety car, isn't it? Hitachi's going to get past Ramsell here. Bob's getting past Jay Story. No, Jay Story's just getting away with that wing damage. And Ramsell's coming in the pits. So did Ramsell get damage? Not quite sure, but presume he did, because it's 9 laps, not too long on the hard tyres. Paul is gaining on these Ferrari drivers. The Ferrari drivers are just staying at the same pace, really, aren't they? They're looking good for a 1-2 as it stands if there's no more safety cars. Not had any for about 7 or 8 laps, which is quite an achievement for League One. So, yeah, I mean, once it gets to lap 23, you're not going to get safety cars. And Albo's left a session. Not quite sure what's happened there for Albo. Yellow flag came up at the same time. I thought that was spun and then just left or what, but yeah, I think he did. I think he spun and then just left the session. So he was right next to Bad Pacer, wasn't he? Again, I can't see from that stupid camera angle if he's got damage or no. There's no damage on the car that we can see. I'm not quite sure why he's left the session. Rams will be getting his way past him in a minute. Shadow Lance then going soft to the end towards the back then, keeping it going, isn't he? Has his perpetual formula. It's all relatively stable, isn't it? I mean, nothing going on the track, but I'm still, I think, more than capable of doing comms on my own. Oh, no dig at anyone there at all. Jones is saying he thinks he's got Paul and Hitachi in his team. Yeah, will Paul, I mean Hitachi I think to make it to the end. Will Paul and British Giant pit for soft soon though? Do they think they can make it to the end? They've got such a big, especially Paul, we know his tyre wear is brilliant. Look what he did last week on the soft tyres. He's 7 seconds clear of British Giant. If he pits for soft tyres, he'll come down in 9th or 10th. There's no guarantee obviously make your move, so maybe we could just save these tyres a bit. Well, there's your answer for that. British Giant's in the pits. He'll be on the soft tyres to the end. Has Paul been saving up his tyres out? He's using all his deployment as well, which implies to me he's pushing, and he'll be coming in soon. So, we'll see. Tyre wear obviously not the best round here. Soft medium is at an absolute stretch. So, yeah, to do 20 laps on the mediums, that is quite an ask round here. But he's not losing time to the Ferraris in front, is he? In fact, he's gained a little bit lately. He's got 10 seconds on multi-round. If he can just manage them, as long as they're not in puncture territory, if he can manage the tyres and just slow down a bit, he's got a podium up for grabs here. If there is a safety car, he can pit for fresh softs and still have that P3 anyway. So if he can, if his tyres are on, I don't know, say 35%-ish, can try and stay out, because they can get to 70s, as long as you don't do anything silly. But he's still gaining on the top two, so I I don't know if that's him showing he's comfortable in the tyres or him showing that he's pushing because he's about to come in. Could go either way here, but Itachi there in 5th, gaining back up on multi-rab, and he can definitely get to the end, Itachi. Might be difficult towards the end, but sure he can do it. Oh, someone invite me saying that you should be able to join me the same invite. Join me the same invite, Albo. Should be able to join me the same invite that you've got to get yourself in the session. That should work. That's how it normally is done. But yeah, multi-rab's going to be a sitting duck here, I think. On fresher tyres, but they are harder tyres, so more grip for Itachi and clearly more pace as well. DRS going to be open any minute. It's pulled out before we get to DRS. That's how quick he is. And Itachi moved up to P4 then, and I think we'll be happy about that after that collision he had with Albo earlier on. They both had to pit for wing damage. Well, we didn't actually see it. Didn't see it. It might not have been a collision, but pretty sure it was, unless they both got wing damage at the same corner. Does happen sometimes. One car goes in the wall and you tend to follow it for the slipstream. You end up in the wall as well, but I think a collision is more likely. And a yellow flag, and that is for, I think that's for Shadow Lancer. Yeah, he's gone into the cast, unfortunately, on those soft tyres. Again, I want to see the front wing, but I can't. Yeah, he's missing the right end plate there. He'll be back in the pits, unfortunately, for Shadow Lancer. Not been quite well for him today, is it? Position change, yeah, as you can see. He started towards the back anyway. Another yellow flag. Is a McLaren. Paul's gone. Paul's gone. Has he lost his front wing? I think he's completely lost his front wing here, Paul, as well. We're saying about him trying to stay out. And yeah, he's got no front wing. He's going to have to let Itachi through. And he does. But he's going to have to pit now. It's a big shame for Paul. It's a strange place to lose it as well. I think he's just lost traction. How he's lost all his front wing there. It must have been a huge hit into the wall. In quite a slow corner. Well, he must have lost it here, where Ramsel is now. Lost it under traction and gone flying the wall. It's the only thing that could have happened there for Paul, but he's got to get back in the pits now. He's got to crawl back around. He'll be outside the points, but he'll be on soft tyres to the end. He's got to try and close up and get as many points as he can. Yeah, he brakes well early enough. Brakes well early enough, as he meant to do. See, some drivers haven't. Swan Shanks, vintage. Multi-rab being up in 4th. Shadow Lancer, unfortunately, retired in the pits now. It's a shame. He's got so far and he's finally called it a day. So it's 2 points off for Shadow Lancer and for Vapor Shadow. It's not a good day for the old Shadows, is it? 2 points gone from both. Yeah, 3.9 between the top two, 4 seconds even. Grooving in, he's got this under control, isn't it? Itachi in 3rd, then 12 seconds back. Those tyres, it's just about managing those tyres now. Last few laps of the race. Yeah, Paul now in the pits. Eventually makes it in. Last few laps of the race, I think Multi-Rab might be able to be charging up to Itachi again. As long as he can stay within 2-3 seconds, Multi-Rab, I think come the last few laps he'll be quicker and he can try and gain back up. He's just got to save up some deployment as well, because at the moment he's got hardly any. He's no danger from behind as well. Bad pace, so he's nearly 8 seconds back. He'll be one of the quickest drivers on the track, Bad pace, but he won't be that quick to catch up to the cars in front. Kieran in 6th as well. I think he'll be under pressure from British Giant in a few laps time. That's nearly 4 seconds of gap already. Yeah, that's coming down by a big amount. Kieran struggling on those hards now as they're relatively old. British Giant on new medium tyres, isn't he? Surprised he didn't put the softs on. And then yeah, his teammate Bob there in 8th as well. Got a big advantage to Ramsel in 9th, so good points for the AlphaTauri teams it stands. 100 bits from Swan Shanks, and that's for his crash, I think. Why isn't anyone inviting him? Well, can't you join? I've said join using the same invite. Albo, go on your notifications. You've got the invite there that Sloth must have invited you with. Click on it and join it. If you can't, let me know. There we go, Ramsel in 9th. I'm on board at the moment. Not too many close gaps. There's no racing going on at all. Albo, oh yeah, and he's a ghost. So yeah, what do we watch? Let's take our pick. Itachi in 3rd. We'll watch him for a minute. Go down this really long straight. Look at that. Lovely Alfa Romeo car that is. God, what do we watch? What do we watch? Taylor McKenzie, there we go. He's closing up on vintage. 1.2 seconds off him on the newer medium tyres as well. Vintage on the hards. He didn't feel he could quite make it to the soft tyres. Albo saying he can't. So we'll quickly send him an invite then. Well, I don't know if he's on my friends list actually. Oh no, I'm on the PBE account anyway, aren't I? And oh, well, come on, quickly, give me the invite, quickly. Come on. See in the background, Taylor McKenzie's fighting his way past. Yeah, well, the custom lists haven't been updated on this, unfortunately. Oh, and he's got his thing offline as well. Albo, that's not helping. No, yeah, I can't invite you, Albo. I can't invite you because you already joined a session, so it doesn't let me do it. Taylor McKenzie has managed to get past, though. Vintage, comfortably on a straight, I think it was. Yeah, it does not let me invite you, Albo. And Avocado's crashed. Where's that happened? And we get a safety car. Oh, how's he done? He's just lost it on the brakes again, isn't he? And that is, he's just gone smashing into that wall. And he's complete. I think a Ferrari did that. Was it Leclerc that did that in Baku early on the season in practice or qualifying? But race for Avocado just gone straight on there at turn 15, and another car's lost it there. But this time it's one of the race leaders with no damage or anything, unless he did have damage from the castle section or something. But Avocado's out. We have a safety car, and it'll be soft tyres all round to the end, I think. Well, that's a bit of a surprise then, isn't it? Didn't see that coming. Oh dear. Albo's restarted the game and everything. Yeah, unfortunately this game this year you can only send one invite, and then if you've already joined the session it physically won't let you send another invite, unfortunately. Yeah, Ferrari looking so good for that 1-2, and now it's all gone. All gone for Avocado. Unfortunately we had a pass 1-2 last night, and yeah, this put Groove Ninja's position in a bit of danger now as well, because Itachi's going to come out in second right behind him. This race has swung around in roundabouts, but last 5 laps is going to be that same top 2. Groove Ninja and Itachi fighting for it. Multi-Rab in 3rd. Bad Peso 4th. Kieran 5th. British Giant's going to come out in 6th. Paul comes out in 7th then, so it's good for him after that incident he had last lap. Bob in 8th. Rams in 9th. Taylor McKenzie in 10th. Albo's Ghost is staying out, unfortunately, and he can't get back in the session, which is a shame. Vintage and Taylor McKenzie and Jake Story in the pits. Perpetual Formula, this will be good for him as well. He'll be coming in the pits, I'm sure, as well, and chasing back up to the pack. Oh, what can you do, Albo? There you go, he's joined. Albo's joined. I don't know how that's happened, but he's got himself back in. I'm sure he'll be getting back in control of his car and then pitting, and he'll be on soft tyres for the end. He'll still be in a shout with some points as well. Itachi wants Jonesy to say was weak. Oh yeah, I think he said he got Avocado in his fantasy team, didn't he? Well, I got Perpetual Formula in mine, and at one stage of the race it was looking really good for him, but back-to-back pit stops on that, so I think he got damaged twice, and then he's still in 14th, can still recover to get some points. So his teammate ahead that's still got a pit, I think, as well. Yeah, again, Azerbaijan's another thing. No penalties really. No way you really can cut the corner. If you cut in any corners around D, you're in the wall. And even when you do, look how high the curbs are as well. You don't want to be hitting them at all. We'll just quickly check between the top 2 whilst there's nothing going on, if they've got any warnings. None for Groove Ninja. One for Itachi, so yeah, you wouldn't expect them to get any penalties. Yeah, I can't see any for anyone else. Well, we'll just check on that top 2 just in case. And yeah, all the intervals and times are gone off the standings, and that's what happens when someone gets back in their car. So Albo must be back in his car. He is, and he'll be in the pits, I'm pretty sure, in a minute as well. Yeah, it's been an entertaining race. Enjoyed this. Not happening too often though, Jonesy. Hope he'll be back next week. Anyway, yeah, Albo's in a bit. Oh, he's put 5-lap-old softs on. Has he not got any fresh softs left? Oh dear. He'll be open, the safety car stays out, so we can come in and pit again then. I'm not too sure it will though. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be the battle, but if these two come together, I'll tell you what, Multi-Ram's there in 3rd, and Bad Paceman 4th. I know he's had a couple incidents last, I think it was F2 yesterday, or this race last week, but Bad Paceman had a fantastic race today. McLaren looking good, aren't they? Paul's on slightly older tyres. He's in a couple of laps ago after losing his front wing. Kieran in 5th has crept up, doesn't he? He's looking for back-to-back podiums. Yeah, this has been, well, it was quiet for the last 10 laps. Weren't too much going on, but it's all going to be different now because everyone's going to be within a second of each other. It'll be difficult to break the toe as well, and I think we will have DRS on the last couple of laps as well. Will the safety car come in this lap? For Mercedes, they'll be hoping it's not, because Perpetual Formula still needs to catch up. Pretty sure he will anyway, but then Albo wants to pit again for fresh tyres, doesn't he? when it's coming in, it will tell you. Always at the same place here, right on that line at the end of sector 2 is where it tells you whether the safety car's coming in here. Other tracks it seems to be at different places all the time, but here it's always the same. So will the safety car come in? 4, 3, 2, 1. No, it won't be coming in. So I think that's because Perpetual Formula is held back a little bit. Maybe he's doing that for his teammate, holding back a little bit. Oh, it's coming. Oh my god, that's completely done me there. I've just been talking up how it always says it's coming in at the same time, and this. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Another commentator's curse. I've never seen it do that before. Why is it actually side? Groove Ninja's got to speed up a little bit. You can't be going that slow. You need to go quicker, Groove Ninja. You can't go that slow, or we'll get reported for this. It's causing loads of debacle. Oh, look at all this behind. He's going faster. He's gone already. That's the rookie mistake from Groove Ninja. He's going to get swamped. He's going to get swamped here by Itachi. Why has he gone so early? He's going to get overtaken. He's going to get done. Down the inside goes Itachi, and he's cautious. He's so lucky, Groove Ninja. He's got to learn from that. I think he's relatively new to league racing. He's got to learn from that. And Ramsel's facing the wrong way. Don't know if he's made contact with someone there. Elbows down the inside of Jay Story. Don't know if Jay Story's got damage or what there, but yeah, Groove Ninja very lucky boy to be staying in the lead of the race. Itachi's still second on the brakes then, knocking up a tiny bit. Yeah, when you're here at such a long straight, you've got to wait until the line. If it's a small straight, and go early, like Bill did in Abu Dhabi in the Champions League a few weeks ago, flying around the final set, they gained a lot of time. Yeah, long straight, you've just got to wait as long as you can, unless you completely catch someone off guard, but he didn't there, and Itachi was cautious. Yellow flag, not yellow flag, sorry, Bob's getting past with Taylor McKenzie. No, I said yellow flag. Just used to it, I think. Rings off the tongue now. Albo and his older soft tyres, he's in the points, he'll be looking to try and make some moves as well. He's quicker, you'll feel he's quicker than some of the drivers in front in terms of pace, but whether his tyres are, see, that's the big question. On those older tyres, Bad Peso. This is the battle for that final podium, isn't it, between Multi-Rab and Bad Peso for P3. This will be a cracking battle, and Groove Ninja's almost got a second on Itachi as well. And Ramsel catching back up. Has he got damage? No, I don't think he's got damage, so he can catch back up at least. Perpetual Form is up in 12th. Jay Story 11th, chasing Albo then for that final point. All the points matter. I think they would have collided. Groove Ninja, fastest lap then. He just looks a bit quicker than Itachi all round today, doesn't he? But when that DRS gets enabled in the next lap, that is when Itachi, if he can save in a second, will have his chance. Multi-Rab needs to try and save in a second Itachi, otherwise he might be swamped by Bad Peso. And there's a bit of a gap. Yeah, there's a few gaps forming now, but Taylor McKenzie putting Paul under pressure. Paul on these older soft tyres just can't quite get them warmed up, can he? And Taylor McKenzie down the inside. Paul's late on the brakes though. Taylor on the inside again. Yeah, early on the brakes there, Taylor McKenzie, but keeps sticking his nose in. And this game, the thing is, if you stick your nose down, it's usually you that gets spun, so it's calmer if it happens most of the time, as Taylor McKenzie found out here in his instant early on in the race. And Groove Ninja looks clear, 1.2 seconds. Multi-Rab's just within the DRS with Itachi. So Itachi at the moment is looking over his shoulders instead of in front of him. And Bad Peso. Oh, what's happened to Bad Peso? He must have damage as well. He's missing an end plate, Bad Peso. What's happened? And Albo's had an instance where Albo's completely lost it in the castle. He's reset the track, which we're allowed to do in the castle section this weekend only. Bad Peso getting away for his teammate as well. No, he's not getting away with his teammate. He's going straight in the wall. And lost his old front wing now. It's a shame for Bad Peso, because he's had such a fantastic race. Taylor McKenzie's going to get past him now as well. He's moving out of the way, Bad Peso, which is good to see. So far anyway. Yeah, real shame that Taylor McKenzie putting Paul under pressure. Bad Peso, he's got to break. Bob's just got to judge this a bit better. Yeah, and he does there. Bad Peso got no choice. If he didn't break there, it'd be in the wall. DRS now enabled then. Itachi's had a really good lap. He's pulled up closer behind him. Bad Peso will be in the pits. It's a real shame for him, unfortunately. Paul's getting passed by Taylor McKenzie. Taylor McKenzie's up into 6th. And yeah, Bad Peso's been, yeah, he's got penalty speed in the pits as well. He's been fantastic all race. And unfortunately, whatever's happened there for him, lost his front wing, and now he's out of the points as well. But Taylor McKenzie's lost a really bad exit there, and he's going to get swamped here by Paul, isn't he? Paul's got the DRS now as well, and Paul is in front up to P6, so at at least looking like McLaren going to get some points. Jay Story's up into 8th as well. Bob can't be fighting that one. Perpetual Former's up in the 10th now too. So he's on for a point as it stands as well, which would be a great race from him if he can pull that off. Yeah, that top 2, it's just them now battling for lead. Multi-Rab's only 2 seconds off Itachi. Kieran in 4th, looking in a league of his own there in 4th at the moment. British Giant, same for him in 5th. Now, oh, and it's hit the wall. Paul's hit the wall. Oh no, yeah, Taylor Mackenzie. Thought he was going to go down inside the castle, then sensibly backing off. Well done from doing that, but Paul's just hit into the wall again. I don't know if there was contact behind Jay Story. What's happened there? Jay Story's lost it. He's lost his front wing as well, Jay Story, so he's out of the points now completely. Lost his front wing in the castle section. I think his front wing's actually under his car. Yeah, he's lost it, unfortunately. It can happen to anyone at any time, including the leaders. They've got one more lap left to go. And Bad Peso's out. He's lost it in the castle section. Won't be a safety car now. On the last lap almost. Will be on the last lap when Groove Ninja crosses the line. DRS over Itachi. He's going to close right up. I think he'll be close, but not close enough. Will he go for a move? He's just too far back. He's a tad too far back. He's got to be patient and wait. Groove Ninja's in the lead then. Starting the final lap. Looks like Multi-Rab's going to get 3rd. Turns in then, and Ramsell's getting vintage for P10. That's for the final point. He's done it on the straight as well. There's still battles going on everywhere. Groove Ninja again will just about survive this, won't he, on this lap? In a straight line. Itachi's looking really good. He just needs to have a good lap and focus on getting a good exit at the final corner with Itachi. This could be a sprint down to the line for this for the win. This could get exciting. Get ready. He's got to save up his deployment though. It's only on 18%. Well, saying that, Groove Ninja's not on any better. Itachi needs a good sector 2, and it's his race to lose. Yeah, if he gets a good sector 2, Itachi, if he's been half a second starting sector 3, then he's in a great place, Itachi. Not had the best sector 2 so far. Not managed to close up. Well, it's not a case that he's not had a great sector 2. I think Groove Ninja's had a brilliant sector 2. That's more so what it's like. Taylor Mackenzie's trying to challenge Paul again for P6 further back. Battle going on for P8 as well. Petrol Formula Rams and Vintage all closing up. And yeah, it's going to take a poor sector here. Oh, Taylor Mackenzie's lost it unfortunately in the castle section. That promotes some more drivers. And I think Groove Ninja's got this. He's going to close up Itachi. No, he's closing up still. He's going to use all his deployment. He's going to use his DRS. That'll be enabled in a minute as well. He crosses the line for the DRS point, and Groove Ninja, I think, is just now using all his deployment. And he's going to run out of deployment, is he, Itachi? Yeah, the DRS is not going to be enough for him. Groove Ninja crosses the line and wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix by less than a tenth. Itachi gave him a fantastic fight. I know he'll be disappointed with that, but what a close battle that was. Multi-Rab gets 3rd. It's incredible for him. Kieran in 4th. British Giant 5th. Paul does take 6th. Bob, Perpetual Formula's going to get him. Perpetual Formula gets 7th. He gets Bob on the line. Ramsell takes 9th. Vintage gets a point there as well. Fantastic for Perpetual Formula. Picked him for my fantasy team. 20th to 7th. He's nearly lapped at one point as well. And then he gets past Bob on the line. Fantastic that is. Jay Story unfortunately weren't his race today, was it? Down in P11. Taylor Mackenzie's crashed out now. Before the straight. Albo unfortunately. Disconnection problems, and then unfortunately had incidents as well. He's going to cross the line to take P12. All in all, for Azerbaijan, I've seen worse races than that. I think that was pretty decent overall. Enjoyed commentating on that one. Yeah, Perpetual Form has been given driver of the day. Oh, that was fantastic. Really enjoyed doing that. Perpetual Formula, what a nightmare of a race, but he'll take that, absolutely. It was looking really good at the start for Perpetual Formula, but then towards the end, managed to gain some places back, didn't he? Especially on the straight. Groove Ninja, I think he was, we'll say holding his breath there towards the end. That's a nicer way of putting it. Kieran with another really good P4, but after all that, 1, 2, 3 were finished how they started. Kieran gained a lot of place to get up to 4th though, as did Perpetual Formula for 7th. British Giant and Paul, some good races. Alpha Tower, yeah, both in the points. Some fantastic races all round there. Both Aston Martins in the points, with Vintage taking that final point. Jay Story, yeah, was unlucky. Albo gets the fastest lap point though, which is good for him. Shout out to the top 3. Absolutely. Yeah, no problem, Jonesy. See you back next week. But yeah, GG's all saying Kieran as well. I'm not going to do interviews, unfortunately. I have got to shoot in a minute, so. Well, yeah, I didn't expect to be doing commentary. Fantastic, really enjoyed that. Yeah, well done to League 1. That was a really good race at what tends to be one of the hardest tracks in the league for us. So, yeah, fantastic, everyone. Well done. Thanks everyone for watching as well. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, we'll see you in an hour or so for League Two.